Hey, get on that mic there, Mike.
Yeah,
there.
you're not good.
You sound pretty quiet for a guy who's not close to the mic and a kind of mumbling son of a bitch.
I'll move over, Swanson. I'm driving.
Welcome back to the Caddyshack Minute. This is the podcast where we review and discuss. And what happens in this minute that I can make a comment about? Can't even remember.
Our noses.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back to the Caddyshack Minute. This is the podcast where we pick our noses with the film Caddyshack, 1 minute at a time. I'm Tom Taylor, and I'm joined today by Mike DeMaria.
2, 3, 4. That was a turnaround, Tom.
Oh, I missed it. I missed the turnaround.
It's coming back.
Oh.
I bought this hand drum. I bought this hand drum on the internet from Jerry Porter.
Oh,
there's
nice.
The 5. There's the 4. Here comes the turnaround.
Skabada babada babada babada. God, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
I feel like a real bluesman.
You want to go into a bar in the northwest suburbs of Chicago, listen to that for 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
Go, boy. That's really cheap.
By some guy.
How do they do it?
By some guy named Murray Bluesman. Murray Bluesman.
Bluesman.
Just wait until Doril shows up with his harmonicas.
Jesus. You guys are depressing.
All right.
Dan's here too. Dan Lewis.
Oh, hey.
Welcome to you both. Thank you for joining the show. We're all here to discuss minute 85 of Caddyshack. Minute 85 of Caddyshack begins with Porterhouse betting the group of onlookers that Spaulding's going to pick his nose, and it ends with Al Czervik upping the bet to $40,000 apiece. And that's where we are. And this is Mike's favorite moment of the movie, I think, maybe. Or at least he's excited about it.
Yeah.
That thing never occurred to me until Mike started, Mike his entire life has been doing that. Yeah.
Mike just found that and latched onto it.
Yeah, it's like his thing, and I can't not hear it.
Well, it's like when you're at the bar and your friend's bringing a draft beer for you and you're about to grab it, you're like, yep, yeah.
Yep, yeah.
Who is that? Is that Porterhouse doing that?
Porterhouse.
It's Porterhouse, but for a second you think it's almost Lou Loomis.
Yeah, I wasn't totally sure who was doing that one.
Yep, yeah.
He was going to do it?
I don't do it right.
Yeah, that's when he wins his $50 right there.
Yeah.
You know, it just occurred to me before we get too far here.
Okay,
hang on a second here.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get too into this thing we're going to get back into the nose picking, but I noticed that Tom is just not very excited about the blues. You know, he didn't care about what we just did. And it makes sense to me now that, like, Tom is when you think about it, he's the furthest from the blues in the whole world, right?
That's probably not inaccurate.
He's a very, Tom is a happy white guy with, with just he tries not to be too smiley. That's that's the effort that he has to put in life.
That's the biggest problem I have.
That's the biggest problem that he has, trying not to be too smiley.
I'm just a little too happy.
You never heard that from Blind Lemon Jefferson. You know what I mean? I smile too much.
Things are going too well.
Right.
Hey,
I got the world in a string.
You've never had a happy I smile too much set to 12-bar turnarounds.
Yeah. When John Lee Hooker did his one album after, he got happy and he did his album I Smile Too Much. It didn't sell very well. It didn't sell as well as Free Beer and Chicken.
Yeah, it was like he was on Gleeman X.
Gleeman X, right? Where it's 72 degrees in your head all the time.
Cisco.
You're not a plate of croissants. It's my favorite.
My favorite's Damn Bird.
Anyway, let's get back to the nose picking because this is good. I mean, this is a primo scene going on right here.
It is. It's interesting and multifaceted.
Oh, I love it so much.
Because, it's Porterhouse's idea. He says, hey, $50 says the Smales kid picks his nose.
And they're all... Sorry, go ahead, Tom. Sorry.
No, I was just Lou Loomis, I believe, is on the opposite side of that bet. He loses that first bet, doesn't he?
Lou says you're on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's hard to tell who else is on what side.
And let's think about this. It's a group of, I think about 9, who are who are sitting around looking for, what are they doing? They're looking for things to bet on?
They've been following this illegal high-stakes golf match secretly, and now there's like a little lull. They're having their sandwiches and their coffee and stuff.
Behind the bushes.
They have to bet on something.
Right, but they're behind the bushes.
Pick his nose.
They're watching the. Oh, I see. Maybe they're watching everybody eat.
Yeah.
Because presumably they're between the front and back 9 right now, taking a break.
Yeah.
And they're watching everyone eat, maybe looking for some inside dope.
Right.
On the next bet. I
mean, they could. They're just so like if Spalding hadn't been standing there, it could easily be $20 says Czervik drops his fork or something like that.
Right. $20 says. The next sentence Maggie says is going to be in American as opposed to in Irish.
Yeah, $10 if she doesn't get through the sentence with the full accent.
You're on. I love that. Yeah, they happen to catch him and they go, you know what? I got a feeling that he picks his nose. That's great. The greatest thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice little ensemble you got there behind the shrubbery betting on this.
Yeah, we got
a veritable who's who. Of
it is.
Like
we
side
got,
and background characters. Every
we got
stratum.
Gatsby and what's his name?
Gatsby and
I can't remember
Drew
his
Scott.
actual name. Drew Scott, of course, the original.
Yeah, Drew Scott. Guess of the
They're
Scotts.
together
It's a melting pot. Every social level and employment. Everyone from all the employment hierarchy. You've got the lowly caddies up to the up to your porterhouse to the guy that runs the caddy thing, and then presumably like rich members.
Well, yeah. Well, like the Scots have always been those guys. They've always been the ones who they'll hang out with anybody who's cool.
I love that about the Scots. And
I do too.
And Gatsby.
If I were rich, I hope that I would be like the Scots and Gatsby.
Uh-huh.
By the way, when I say the Scots, I include Gatsby.
They know where the fun is.
I think we got Jackie and Porterhouse. We got Gatsby, Drew Scott, Joey, and Angie D'Annunzio are there.
Absolutely.
Plus, I count 7 other people, including the elderly caddy, that we see at least one other time and about whom we absolutely know nothing.
And is that our friend Grace, the tall blonde caddy? Yeah, that's her.
I don't know if
She's
Grace
right
is in there.
No, she is. She's right there. She's right behind Gatsby.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
At least in the shot I'm looking at. Yeah,
I like to see Grace in there.
Now, is this? I don't have any notes in front of me, but this is where Czervik is sitting at the. This is where they up the bet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end
Judge,
of this
cheer up, will you?
Yeah, so does your brain. What do you say we do double or nothing or whatever?
Did you see when he said? Did you see when he? What's his name sitting there?
Ty?
Who's the?
You talking about Spalding?
Dr. Bieber, Judge Smales, Maggie.
No, keep going.
Junkyard Dog.
No.
Flash Funk.
Flash Funk.
Gremlins. Goonies. Dinosaurs.
Pine
Motormouth.
Nut. Macadamia nut.
Motormouth.
White pistachio nut. All-American red pistachio nut.
It's from Best in Show? No.
Yeah.
It's Best in Show, isn't it?
Will you stop naming nuts, Harlan?
No, when...
Pine Nut, just name of a nut. It's also the name of a town.
No, when... I lost his name again. Motormouth.
Motormouth. And his name is actually... Do you remember? Going back to an earlier trivia question.
I do.
What's his name?
Lyle Mitchell?
Lyle Mitchell.
Yeah.
Lyle Mitchell Motormouth.
And so he's sitting there, and when Judge Smales says something kind of like, nasty, he puts his finger, he pushes his glasses up with his middle finger. Motormouth does. Yeah, he gives him a little middle finger.
Good catch there.
Mm-hmm. You know what? We've been through a lot of this movie, and we've been through some ups and downs. I think in the end of the day, I might kind of like Motormouth.
Oh wow, that's amazing. It's
the little things like this, the little flashes of personality and of sticking it to whoever, and just kind of subtle behind the scenes. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. He's just not he's messing with people just subtly a little bit. I mean, most of the time he's a big goon, but whatever. That's
a great middle finger. I just watched it again. I did too. I never saw that. And it's just like an incredible eagle-eye catch. And I mean this in the most positive way. Not the kind of eagle-eye catch I associate You know, Mike, you're more of like you like to riff and kind of just find a good jumping off point and move into a story.
Yeah.
Normally, you're not picking apart the thing.
Speaking of Eagle Eyes, I noticed that, you know, we always get shocked when this movie has, like, actual attention to continuity and things like that. Spaulding is actually standing there, you know, in his, you know, lackadaisical nose-picking, possible nose booger-eating, you know, stance in the background there. They didn't have to do that. If he wasn't there, I wouldn't miss him. But he's there, and now I realize that this is a full... thought-out scene or a reality that I'm witnessing.
Beautifully choreographed. You've got the depth of field. You've got different layers of action.
I don't know how they did it.
Everything's planned out. This is reminiscent of Renoir's Rules of the Game from 1939, I believe.
Stunning.
Yep. It's great stuff.
The D'Annunzios, by the way, are super grossed out when Spaulding when he eats his booger.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Angie has the shivers. He kind of like, he shudders a little bit.
Yeah, that's great. I love it.
So
like the D'Annunzios. What do we know about them? We know that Tony is basically really hardworking and diligent. We know that the other D'Annunzios will back each other up no matter what.
Yeah.
We know that he's really grossed out by disgusting behavior like picking his nose.
I think the youngest might be a girl.
The youngest might be a girl, and I like to see. It's like they have Better Call Saul, right? I'd like to see. I want to make a D'Annunzio movie about this, like what seems to be a fine and decent family from all.
Better make a shoe smell. That'll be the name of that show.
better make a bull shot.
Yeah, better make a bull shot.
Better make a bull shot. Right, exactly.
Better make a bull shot in 12 bars or less.
Yeah.
With no turnaround.
Great. Yeah. Oh, that's good.
To continue my shocking revelations from this movie, I really like Chevy Chase in this minute too. Yeah. He's just sitting there as Al and Judge Smales are going at it, and out of nowhere, Rodney says, "Oh, double or nothing." Well, what does he say? He doesn't say double. He says, "Well, what do you say we double the bet or something?"
We say we make it 40,000. So does your brain.
Make it 40,000. Yeah. And then Chevy's sitting there, just like sort of like his reaction doesn't, his facial expression doesn't change at all. But he's just sitting there like shaking his head, like just like no, we shouldn't. No.
Yeah. And he doesn't get too worked up, which makes sense given that he has $60,000 checks sitting all around the house.
He seems to be able to. Yeah, exactly. If he just finds one of those checks, he'll be all right.
He can cover it, but I think it's a little like, I really wouldn't do this bet, buddy. I mean, I can handle it, but you may have to trade in your Rolls Royce for a Hyundai if you lose this.
Yeah. I've seen your house. Your house is right near the road.
Yeah, right. I'm over on Briar, and you're
in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your anchor needs $50,000 worth of repairs. Right.
Hey, speaking of Rodney, by the way, I don't think we said this before. He's wearing a very, very normal blue shirt.
Yeah, but
there's like nothing loud or ostentatious or weird or clashy or anything about that shirt.
Yeah, well, you pair
his pants are bananas. We talked about his pants.
Well, the function of the shirt there, I think, is to draw that contrast. You know, I had some, a friend of mine was telling me about how he enjoys when it's a little bit like that sort of dark gray clouds because it really makes the green pop from the trees, you know?
Yeah.
Same thing. The pants really pop.
They do. But I mean, he's had other outfits where the various pieces have popped in spite of each other.
That's true. Just one theory.
Yeah. It's not a bad one.
Yeah. Well, it's a great bet. You got, so I counted, it's Gatsby, just to go through this here. Yeah. The great Jackie Davis as Porterhouse. The great Brian Doyle Murray as Lou Loomis. The great Brian McConaughey as Drew Scott. And then the great Scott something.
Columby.
No, Columby's D'Annunzio.
Oh, that's for me.
Same though.
It's the other guy. I'm talking about Drew Scott. I don't know who plays Gatsby.
Right.
I forgot his name, but he was in Sha Na Na.
Yeah. Just call him that, Sha Na Na guy.
Yeah, Sha Na Na guy. And then you got those four guys, and I believe I counted 7 other people, including the D'Annunzios. What was the D'Annunzio's name?
Scott Powell. That's Gatsby.
Scott Powell. Right. That's all. Just wanted to say, we like to count sometimes. We started this show with counting, and we're still doing it.
We love to count. Yeah. I just counted one big, huge yawn from Mike DiMaria.
3, yeah.
Struggling.
4, for instance. Yeah.
It's not easy, this podcasting stuff.
No, life
we're doing fine.
In general.
You think you have a life? You think you're gonna go, do something possibly relaxing, kicking your feet up? Oh, wait, no, I got to go do Caddyshack minute.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's tiring when you're doing a bunch of podcasts. Some of which aren't funny or fun.
No.
Yeah.
Dan had to suffer through Indiana Jones Minute recently.
Yeah.
Oh, did that air?
It airs.
No, it did not air yet. Tomorrow.
As we record this, it airs tomorrow. But as people are listening to this, they all listen to it, and they're all saying, "Well, yeah, Dan brought the show down a little bit, but whatever.
He did.
He's a good guy."
I'll just say now.
No, I loved it.
I think, Mike, I could have used your help here. I just didn't really find an opening to really hammer on Tom. I really had a kind of like stealing a lunch money level beating prepared just to get in there and just really go after Tom and just to hell with the movie, which I still haven't seen in 25 years.
Yeah.
But I think that I could have used you there, and I didn't really give him the whooping that I feel that he perpetually deserves.
You probably needed a good fullback to open up the lane.
Right, yeah. I'm more of a give me the ball and I'll maybe do some. I'll try to work around a couple of defenders. I'm not a tough guy, but I'm fast.
I'll blast
thanks
a
for
hole
putting your daughters first, Mike.
Yeah, that's right.
How
couldn't
dare
do
you.
that one.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
Are you ending it right now? Movies. You're not ending it right now with the hey, listen.
No, I'm saying no. Hey, listen is that's all purpose.
Okay.
I need to find a clip of that of Alan Arkin saying "Hey, listen" in The In-Laws. That's what I'm doing when I do that.
I love
whether I think about it or not.
I gotta see that movie.
Hey,
it's
listen.
been a long time.
It's a really good movie.
It is so good.
Two of maybe the greatest actors on the face of the earth.
Oh, 2 of my absolute favorites of all time. Hey, you see Bad Lieutenant Port of Call New Orleans or MacGruber yet?
Not
Tom?
yet.
Jesus, Tom.
I know.
You do watch movies occasionally, right?
Well, the problem is I've got tons of time. Wait, what?
You watch movies that aren't children's movies once in a while,
I almost never watch movies
that you've already seen
anymore.
30 times?
No, I either watch Kung Fu Panda 3, that's sort of fair, or I just watch TV shows because I don't have enough time to be conscious for a 2-hour movie. Although I did see Wonder Woman the other night.
I don't know what happened in my life.
You lost your keys.
I did. Yeah. That was kind of
One
awesome.
One time he does go to the movies, he leaves his keys at the bottom of a big buttery tub of popcorn.
They still worked.
They slid right in the ignition. No problem.
That was kind of great. No, I got back to the car. I didn't have my key. I was like, oh, I'm not kidding. I don't have my key. And then I'm thinking, oh, we're at that nice IMAX theater with the nice, like, low reclining seats. And I guess I know exactly what happened. And, like, I run back to the theater. And I'm like, my key is in seat F6 in the Wonder Woman theater. And, like, we go in there. And, of course, there's people already sitting there. And the lights are starting to dim. I'm like, oh, fuck, I can't do anything about it. And he's like, well, this show gets out in about 2.5 hours. You can call us. I'm like, my kid's outside. It's his bedtime. My wife has to go home. So, like, I'm like, you know what? I know if those keys are not in that seat in the movie theater, I have no idea what happened. I have no idea where they could possibly be. So I'm just going to wait for 2.5 hours. You guys go home. They got like a lift or whatever, and they got home. And I had kind of a ball wandering around the almost completely deserted, closed up Brookfield Mall in Illinois. And it looks like a 60s Starbase set from the original Star Trek. Very like clean lines, very modern, very cool. And I just wandered around and pretended that I was the last survivor of some beautiful race of geniuses that somehow got wiped out. And I did that for 2.5 hours.
Maybe all the geniuses got zapped up and you're left.
Yeah, it was the opposite.
Exactly, yeah.
There was a genius rapture.
All
and you're just
aboard,
standing
all
there.
geniuses. Yeah.
They're like, give me all your non-nerds.
Just a minute, fellas.
What they probably said is, if you have your keys in your pocket, get on board.
Yeah, and it's like,
if you lost your keys.
Oh, shucks. But then I finally went into the thing, and I had my hand all the way down the seat, like the place is empty. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it. My keys are not here. I can't explain it. They're not here. I have my hand like touching the floor through
What
like
keys
the
were
crease
they?
of
Your
the
car
seat and
keys
everything.
or the house keys?
It was my car keys. It was like a keyless, like a whatever, like a.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so what mall? Where
How do you lose
at?
a keyless key?
Exactly. It's not there in the first place.
Wasn't even a key, but he lost it.
Wait,
I just have my car on the clapper.
What mall were you at?
It was the Brookfield Mall. Is that what it's called? Oakbrook Mall.
Oakbrook
Mall.
It looked like it. I work right next to that place.
Oh, you
I used
do?
to
That's
work right
right.
out there.
I have no idea how places relate to each other. If I'm going to the mall.
So wait a minute.
So Eisenhower, right?
Okay,
Straight out there.
wait a minute. So you drove out there with the family, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So because I read your little post and looked at your pictures. So you lost the keys. You lost the keys, correct?
Correct.
And then in your post you said then the family went home, right?
That's right.
Okay. So then how did they get home? Did they
Ubered it.
They lifted.
They lifted. I'm sorry. That's
lift with a Y.
So wait a minute. Okay. So they said you fucking goon, you lost the keys. So we're going to go home.
This is on you.
So they took a lift.
Wife said, "You stupid goon, you moron."
Yeah.
You lost
this is
the
your
keys
bed.
like a
you sleep in it.
Big dummy. Big long shanksy dopey moron.
And then you went back and started to look through the seats, and it's touch or go. You may never find those.
Oh
keys.
no, I didn't go back and look through the seats. I went back and I walked around for 2.5 hours, and then I looked through the seats.
Why?
Because there was another movie playing.
There was another movie playing. I had to wait for that movie to get out through an empty mall. I couldn't get a Starbucks.
You talked to the theater
I couldn't
about if they were found.
Why was it an empty mall?
Because it was late. It was 9:30 on a Sunday.
Oh.
So it was just all closing up.
Surely you asked the people at the theater, if something was in the lost and found.
Wait a minute.
And it was not.
Where's the movies at Oakbrook Mall?
There's like a big AMC IMAX theater. I think there's 2 of them actually.
Where?
Double.
In the where I don't know, like the north end of the mall. There's like a Potbelly's over there and a California Pizza Kitchen.
I object
you got
to this
a
line
Gap.
of questioning.
You
Where
got
is
a
it
Baby
going?
Gap. You got a what?
I guess, okay.
I'm not sure. I was there. I don't know. I got my ticket stub. Probably don't actually.
All right, well, whatever.
It's all
You found your
electronic these days.
keys.
But yeah, I had a minute of like, oh, my key is not actually here. It is. I cannot believe it is not here. I don't know what to do. Like my faith in reality is shattered. And the guy like stuck his hand through like the side thing where there's no way that any object could fit, between the seat and this little divider thing. He's like, oh, I got it, and he pulled it out, and there it was, and I drove home. The end.
It
was kind of a nice evening. I have to say it was kind of a nice evening. If you asked me, like, hey, would you like to go wander around on a beautiful summer evening by yourself in a really lovely outdoor mall and no one's around? Would you like to do that? And be like, yeah, all right,
Tom,
let me charge my phone.
I'm really understanding what you're talking about right now, but let me just jump back here. I'm looking at a map of the Oakbrook Mall right now, and I don't see any movie theater anywhere around here.
It's entirely possible I'm naming the wrong mall.
Now I'm wondering what sex workers single room occupancy rental you left your keyless key in.
Where I left my family.
I know what you mean with the back. We'll look into this maybe later, Tom. I don't see any movie theater here, and everything's labeled. I mean, I see the Cheesecake Factory, the Anthropology.
Yeah. It's a sprawling
Stir
complex.
Crazy Fresh Asian Grill.
Movies. I'm clicking on movies.
I don't see
AMC Theaters. What's the matter with you?
All right. I see a Lululemon.
There's a 12-screen and a 4-screen.
All right.
Captain Underpants is playing for anybody. Cars 3. Give me a break.
Captain came on.
I know what you mean, though, Tom, because lately, because of the back thing, I have my doctor says, if I want to get back out there, then I need to start slowly. I need to do the walking and just go for like regular walks. And like I've been going on weird random walks that I would never normally do.
Yeah.
Like I'll do a thing where like on the way home from work, I'll just like go and stop and buy a bottle of wine at some shop that's like 2 miles from my house and then just do the walk. And sometimes lately it's been quite warm, which is rare. So I'll just walk around at night around in places that I don't think I would normally just be wandering around. And the entire thing has been incredibly enjoyable. I'm wondering why we don't do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need life to force you to take some time and appreciate the beautiful malls in your life.
Right. You need a keyless key or a diskless back. Something. You need something.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let's take some time and appreciate trivia.
Oh!
Well done, Mike. Jeez.
Mike's done a great trivia transitions lately.
He has. They come out of nowhere, they surprise me, and the music pops in like that. And it scares me a little bit, but it's a good kind of scare.
Caught it. Sick of it already.
Oh, there you go. Sorry, jeez. Sorry, Jimmy.
So I'm sure the cards are ready, right? Like all you got the cards ready.
Oh, give me half an hour, and yes, they will be ready.
I don't know why they wouldn't be ready, Mike.
That's because. Why would they be
no, I do have the card ready. You guys can both shut up and stuff it.
With one possession, which was a box of cards, and he can't keep it straight.
They're a little soggy and stuck together now from the voyage.
That's
why it takes a while.
Yeah.
Got to peel them apart gently. I swear to God, reading these cards makes me think that my glasses are broken. I can't find a position to read these in, like with my head. Anyway, okay. This is a par 4, everybody. 4 questions. Top 4 answers are on the board. What is Judge Smale's mood when Danny first starts talking to him?
Another one of these mood questions.
I know, really.
I can't see his mood ring in the shot, so I have no idea.
When does he
What's the first time he... Yeah. The first time he talks to him is...
First time who talks to him?
I guess that's the crux of the question, maybe.
Oh, he's bugged. He's like
before
angry
you give us the multiple choice.
Because that's when he does. Isn't that what he says? The world needs ditch diggers too.
I think you're right. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Well,
so he's annoyed.
The first time he talks to who? Danny, you're saying?
What is when Danny first starts talking to Judge Smales? What is Smales' mood?
He's bugged. Annoyed.
Okay, the options are jovial, mad, happy, sad.
Churlish.
Mad.
The answer is churlish. It wasn't even on the card, but that was the answer. Churlish. Very good. Who says, "Come on, children, you can shake your booty down on the dock"?
Miss Smales.
By the way, this card says deck. Down on the deck? Did she say deck or dock?
She says dock. She has to.
Oh my. See what I mean? Reality is just a fluid melting gelatin. Maybe she says deck.
This could be a Berenstain Bears situation.
Mm-hmm. It could be.
Right.
Anyway, I'm not even going to read the options because we know the answer. What about Lacey's outfit catches the caddy's eyes when she first appears on the green?
It's incredible translucence. Mike?
Yeah.
I might have to bring back opalescence.
Oh yeah, well that's fair. That's valid. It's germane.
In a context much more titillating than onion milk.
You didn't bring it back after onion milk for Lacey's scene?
I didn't.
You might have. I don't know.
Maybe I did.
The answer is D. She's not wearing a bra, which I think is exactly what Dan is getting at. Mm-hmm. Question 4. Groundskeeper Sandy is in how many scenes? What a good question.
2.
This is a good question.
2.
We see him first.
This could be a trick question, couldn't it?
When we first see Smales, he chews out Smales chews him out.
Yeah.
Then he goes and chews out Carl.
All right, 3.
He chews out
and then
Carl
he chews
twice.
out Carl a second time.
Right.
3.
But is he in any
3?
other scenes? Is the question that we're not thinking about.
Is he at the end?
Is he in the final scene?
Is he standing there quietly at the end during the final?
Oh God, is he at the end of the movie?
I don't know.
The whole big group of people.
You would think you'd bring.
It might be. Does he have speaking lines? I mean, I would have to go with the 3 here.
He's in the scene, though. If he's in the scene, he's in the scene.
I'm going to say that they're not going to go through the effort of necessarily having him in the end just because everybody else in the movie is there.
Yeah, I say 3.
I say 3 too, and it is correct. 3.
Good job,
God damn,
guys.
we're good at Caddyshack.
That's been trivia.
Oh, it sure has been. Thank you, Dan. That's some good trivia. Well done, guys.
Got the
shit. Now I got to bend over, pick up the box top. Life is not worth it. Good gravy. Oh.
Keep those on hand, ready to go.
I should. I actually spied the box when I was sitting down to do this, and I was like, oh, I should get out the thing. They yelled at me last time, made me feel bad about myself.
Yeah, you like yelling at you, though. It's something I'm going to miss when this is all over.
Yep.
It's just like that walk. Why don't I take more walks, until something forces me to it. Why don't I yell at Tom? It took the podcast to force me to do it. But now I might just do it. Might just call you up.
You should. Just call me up out of the blue.
Hello, nerd. Hello, dum-dum.
Whatever you were just doing, you didn't mean to do that, did you?
Yeah.
No.
Previous instances in which I professed to like you were fraudulent.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, listen.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
If no one else has anything to add to the scintillating conversation, I'm going to call it.
Mike gets a little mad when we're short of about 40 minutes. I've noticed that 40 minutes is like sort of
he's going to hate this one.
He's going to hate it right now with this.
Oh, you're not into it?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mike.
I'm sorry.
You personally are not into it, or you're not buying it. You're not.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay with cutting it short.
All right.
Boy, I don't know if I like this mood.
Yeah.
Well, we have a couple of days for him to, recharge his batteries and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure the
Sorry,
next
Mike.
episode he's going to be on fire.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have any soup, did you?
No.
Now wearing slippers? You wearing slippers?
Tell us a story, huh? Give us
Very
something.
comfy
I
slippers?
don't have any stories right now. I'm not in the mood.
You got to have some
Oh
stories.
my God. This is bad.
Yeah, something's bad. He's got the Beetlejuice thing going on right now.
Like when you're poking the bear and he just kind of like swats at you like just lazily
I think
like
this bear
It's
is
depressing.
dying.
I think the bear might be dying.
I think
laugh
this
it up.
bear is dying.
The bear ate some bad fish.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Have a little fun.
Oh my God, no. I don't like this.
Jeez, man. You got to bring the whole listenership down.
We're so close to the end. Hang in there, Mike.
Don't lose it now.
Close to 40 minutes.
We're going to carry you across the finish line, like in that uplifting thing that happened in some marathon.
Yeah, or Lord of the Rings, perhaps.
Yeah, or someone's carried over the finish line 65 days later. He finished.
Right. Hey, technically he still won, or
Finish is a
finished.
finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better go slow.
Yeah.
All right. Mike's making me sad. I'm going to call this one.
This bugs
That's
me.
fine. Whatever you're gonna
Everybody
do.
else is sad. Everyone,
He's lowing himself.
we're sorry. We're all lowing ourselves now. But come back next time for minute 86
Do what you
when
want.
things are going to be sunshine and roses and
I feel like
buttercups
something
and
terrible is about to happen.
yeah, something horrible's about to happen.
It would suck
That'd be
if
great.
it would
Join
it
us,
would
won't
suck
you?
for us if we had to record another episode in like 15 minutes from now. But luckily, we're going to wait for a couple.
That'd be
days.
weird.
We're going to
Yeah.
wait for a little while, and I'm sure Mike will turn it around.
Luckily, we're going to only wait like 5 minutes.
Yeah, but 5
15
minutes at this hour is like half an hour.
Mike's
so.
going to be shot out of a cannon like the morning zoo.
If you think we sound grim, wait till you get to minute 86.
Oh boy!
Oh, Mama Lucian. All right, well, this has been minute 85. We love you all. You hate us, but that's okay. We'll be back for 86, and so will you here on the Caddyshack Minute.
Ba-da-boom, ba-da-ba-da-boom, ba-da-boom,
Boop,
ba-da-ba-da-boom,
ba-da-ba-da-boom.
ba-da-boom.